The Reds come in 82-78, a game and a half back, tied with the Cubs, a game and a half back of that third wild card spot. Oddly enough, they're just 2 games back of the second wild card spot.
Drew Rom is coming off his worst start of the year last time out against the Padres, where he gave up 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings. And you hope that the Reds can get on him early, and that'll make it a lot easier for the youngster Connor Phillips.
India started to come out of that little funk that he's been in since his return from the injured list. He's now got multi-hit efforts in 3 of his last 4 ball games. And here's the 3-1 pitch, and India takes outside ball 4. India works the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Nick Senzel. Senzel didn't want to do it, but he chased a bad one up and out of the zone, and he's down on strikes.
And that's why you have to make the left-hander come in the strike zone, even when you're smoking hot.
Spencer Steer will be the batter, and Steer skies a pop-up into very shallow right field. It's the right fielder Walker in to make the catch. 2 men are out. Yeah, Christian Encarnacion Strand will bat. And that is strike 3 called over the outside corner. Down on strikes, Encarnacion Strand. The inning is over. The Reds get a leadoff walk of Jonathan India, but he's stranded at first. We played a half inning. Reds nothing. Cardinals coming up. Phillips has thrown 12 pitches, and he hasn't thrown a strike. So 3 batters for Phillips. He walked them all on 4 pitches, and his night already is done. That gives you an idea of, if you didn't already know it, the Reds aren't messing around tonight. No score, bases loaded, nobody out. Fernando Cruz coming in against Jordan Walker, who's a hot hitter right now.
You can argue this opening inning could wind up being the highest leverage spot of the game. That hung and it stung to left field. Off the base of the wall, Edmonds scores, Goldschmidt scores, Nootbaar shuts it down at third. A 2-run double standing for Walker. Reds down 2.
Second and third, still nobody out. Von Herrera.
First pitch is roped to left. That's major trouble. Nootbaar scores. Walker scores. Back-to-back doubles and a 4-0 hole in the opening inning.
4-0 Cardinals. 5 batters into the game as Herrera checks in at second with a 2-run double. This is worst-case scenario right now for the Reds. Palacios is retired 1-3. That's the first out in this Cardinal first inning. Now Luken Baker.
And if you're going to beat them, you got to try to beat up on their starting staff, and that's what opposing offenses have done by and large. Red starters this year, Brad, have pitched to a near 5.40 ERA.
The pitch is slammed fair on a 3-0. Pass Marte. Herrera scores. That's the 3rd double on this opening inning. And it's a 5-0 margin.
3 walks and 3 doubles isn't exactly a great recipe for success if you're the team on the mound.
How you drew it up. Got a lot of baseball to play. You just got to figure out how to stop the faucet from running right now.
Not an ideal first inning for the Redlegs. They go to the second. Well, time for the Reds to swing the bats. Tyler Stevenson will get it started. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout already the ball game for Drew Rom. 5-0 Cardinals, second inning. Reds threatening. Men at the corners and 2 outs. 2-1 now on Fairchild.
De La Cruz goes. Pitch down. Throw down. Not a good decision. Fire to the plate. Head first slide. Out. Marte says check it. Might the Reds challenge? Is the inning over or do the Reds have a run? They're going to challenge. Does that gloved hand graze on the plate before the tag? The angle that we've seen most often, you can't see the depth of the glove. It's hard to definitively tell, is the glove on Marte or not? Here's the word.
The ruling on the field stands. The runner is out.
The Reds are without a challenge the rest of the way. They also still trail the Cardinals 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning.
The runners lead at second and third. Edmund at third. Goldschmidt at second.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Nootbaar.
Hammered to right. Fairchild watches that one go over the bullpen. It's a lot more fun being on this side of it. It's 8-0. So this one has gotten lopsided early. Phillips and Cruz have given up 8 runs in this game. Phillips 3, Cruz 5, Cardinals 8, Cincinnati nothing. How about those numbers here in game 2?
Jose Fermin stands in with runners at first and second.
His pitch is swung on, lined into center field, and that ball is going to get down. It bounces off Friedel's glove. 1 runs in. Here comes Ivan Herrera, and it's 10-0 Cardinals. Fermin with his first 2 major league runs batted in.
And now it's the Cardinals pouring it on. Exactly what happened yesterday with Cincinnati. And again, this is Buck Farmer, their 7th inning guy, trying to kind of stop the bleeding here. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cardinals with a very nice 10-0 lead. And the Reds cannot get the top of the lineup out for the Cardinals. Tommy's aboard for the 3rd straight time, leading off the first 3 innings.
The
First 5 batters in the Cardinals order, they have yet to be retired, and they still have yet to be retired. Down the left field line, heading into the corner. Edman, they are waving him onto the house as Senzel misplays the ball in left field. It's 11-0 Cardinals. A double again for Goldschmidt, his 31st on the year. It is 11-0 Cardinals as we head to the 4th inning.
So the Reds have 2 on with 2 out. Here is Elly De La Cruz. And De La Cruz lines one right between short and third. That's into left field for a hit. Here comes Marte around third to score. And the Reds are on the board on the RBI single by Elly De La Cruz. That's his 43rd run batted into the year.
Well, at least we know the door is not locked.
On to the 5th, 11-1 Cardinals. Nick Senzel is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and popped out to third, and he came in red hot, and I mean smoking against southpaws. Now this ball is drilled left field. That is hit deep. Palacios back at the wall, looks up, and it is gone. As we were saying, he's been smoking hot against left-handed pitching, and he drills that one out of here into the Reds bullpen and left. That is his 9th home run against left-handers this year. Overall, it is his 13th home run of the season. It is 11-2.
Well, you definitely have to get some runs here if you're the Reds. You're in a transition point. You got a new reliever coming in. You've got to figure out how to put some kind of crooked number on the board. You have one, but you can't settle for one, not if you're trailing by 9.
This would be a good time for it. They've got a little momentum right now. Ground ball down the third base line. That's a fair ball. It will kick off the sidewall and shoot out into left. Spencer Steer will score. Encarnacion Strand is around a third base and held there on the RBI double by Tyler Stevenson. Put some pressure on and just keep the line moving. Marte's already had a good night. 2 for 2, an infield single. Line to base hit his last time up. It's now 11-3 Cardinals. And there's a ground ball rolled up the middle out of the reach of the diving shortstop and into left center field. Nootbaar cuts it off on the track. 2 runs will score, and Marte's into second base with a 2-run double. 3rd hit of the ball game for Noelvi Marte. The Reds have plated 4 here in the 5th inning. It is now 11-5 Cardinals.
Reds are trailing the Cardinals 11-5 here in this one. Marte to the plate. Noelvi has 3 hits tonight.
In the air to left, Palacios way back, and that is gone! The first 4-hit day in the big leagues for Noelvi Marte, and he launches a home run to draw the Reds within 5.
The Cardinals come up in the bottom of the 8th, leading the Cincinnati Reds here in St. Louis 11-6. And the DH1 Yepes walked, batting for Paul Goldschmidt back in the 5th inning.
Little looper, short left. Out goes De La Cruz, and he makes a spectacular sliding catch with his back to the infield. How did he catch that? A basket catch, sliding away from the infield, over the shoulder. Unbelievable. Alexis Diaz will be summoned from the bullpen with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 8th inning, and it's inside, ball 4. And Alexis Diaz has walked in a run. That's the 12th Cardinals run of the night. Fermin has been on base a couple of times tonight. He doubled and drove home a pair of runs in the 2nd, and it's in the dirt outside. Back-to-back bases loaded walks. Back to a 7-run St. Louis lead.
Mason Wynn is getting ready to come up, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Wynn gets a hit to right field. That scores Palacios. Here comes Baker. The throw is cut off. The Cardinals get 2 on the single by Wynn and lead 15-6.
The last chance for the Reds. Basically, the playoff hopes come down to this. The Reds are down 9 in the 9th inning. Doesn't look good. The pitch to Elly De La Cruz, and he swings and sends a fly ball to center. Backing up is Nootbaar. He's there. He's got it. And that's all. Reds fall tonight to the St. Louis Cardinals by a final count of 15-6.
While a winning season secured, the postseason will have to wait.
A lot of disappointment and a lot of folks very stunned right now in that Reds third base dugout.